Thank you so much for joining me. Can you share with us what inspired you both to form the Orisirisi African Folklore and how your diverse backgrounds contributed to this venture? And don't forget to say your names and who you are.
My name is Ilembilu Adetutu Harel. I'm from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. And Lagos is an island, you know. So when I got here, and my husband loved everything that I say, and actually, what we really wanted to do was to open people's mind to the rest of the world so that they don't think where they are, that's it. So that is why we love what we do and we try to share it with people.
The inspiration came from the fact that she has an incredible cultural memory. She remembers the stories that she grew up on, the games, the music, the dance. And we found early on, after we married, that folks were intrigued by it. And we started sharing those stories, and the response was phenomenal. That was basically the inspiration for the start of it. And of course, a need to contribute. We started out volunteering at our oldest son's preschool, and then at senior citizens' homes and so on and so forth. And folks kept asking for more. This was many, many years ago.
The name Orisirisi means different things in Yoruba. How does that reflect in your storytelling approach?
What would you say? That's exactly what we do.
Do
We
you-
offer different things.
Different in
Um,
music, dance.
the story's at the core, but you'll have music, the drums, the dance, the songs, the children's games, and I might add, we make a concerted effort to figure out what is it we can do with this to make our society a better one in which to live. And so we combine all those things together. It's a rishi.
Can you explain the significance of oral storytelling in African culture and how you've adapted it to resonate with global audiences?
Yes, moral conscience, and it helps you to, because this is how we grow up. When they tell story, the older people tell story in Africa, in Nigeria specifically, they let you understand that, this story is to mold your mind and take you far away and learn how to respect your elders. So all the stories that we tell have morals in them.
Right. And, we kind of mentioned this in some of our performance that for thousands of years, this has been the case. The people of Africa have listened to stories from elders that explain phenomena, even predating science. They teach morals, right from wrong, how to be a good friend, how to respect yourself, others, and especially how to
Your-
respect the
our
elders.
elders,
So you're
yes.
molding the next generation. This has been going on for thousands of years. And that's why African people are who they are, even in Africa or in the great expanses of the African diaspora.
What do you think makes a story truly captivating and inspiring and timeless?
The song, because most of our stories comes with songs,
Songs.
and you get them involved because we clap our hands and people love that. You make it very, very interesting. So they think they are part, they will just agree that they are part of the occasion by clapping their hands according to the song that we sing.
Yeah.
So that's,
I would say that to make a story timeless, it should be entertaining, but at the same time educational. It should resonate someplace in the heart and in the mind of the people who are experiencing it in a way that is profound. It kind of helps them to grow as humankind. And so the humanness of it all.
Tutu, as a talented musician, dancer, singer, and storyteller, can you share how you weave these elements together in your performances?
I'll let them understand that, when we sing, it touches the heart. And when you dance, you are expressing yourself. So they both it's combined, it's combination of those two things, and it makes you happy. It touches the heart. So it makes you happy.
That's beautiful. Don, with your background in African studies, how do you incorporate historical and cultural narratives into your storytelling?
It's always at the forefront of my mind because I've immersed myself in the study of Africa. And as I learn and grow in it, I understand that Africa is much more than a continent or a word, that it's a state of being and it's all around us all the time. So I use that kind of perspective as we develop and as we present. So it's really important. Ethnomusicological perspectives, African drumming and dance that I studied is a perspective that I bring to it, and historical perspectives as well. What's important for me to convey to folks is that way back in time, there were certain ways that people lived and certain things that they did, and they stood the test of time. So here we are thousands of years later, and the way that we do important things in our lives are just the same. We use the music for the same reason, we use the stories for the same reason, and that's what I kind of bring. And that's something that studying African studies kind of helped me conjole in my head.
Can you talk about any programs or initiatives where you've used storytelling to inspire positive social change or community involvement?
Yes, that's who we are.
Yeah,
That's what we've been
mhm.
doing for decades. Um, it's not storytelling for storytelling's sake. It's not music for music's sake. We try to move the dial. We kind of look at a situation, the circumstances, which could be performances in schools, libraries, museums, festivals, or 12,000 shows that we did in amusement park here in Disney World over the course of 9 years. What we always bring is what we're always trying to do is to figure out, what is it that we have in our possession that could make the folks out there who are experiencing our performing arts better prepared for the life ahead of them. So we're constantly looking for those kinds of things. Um, for instance, if you're in a school and you see that the kids are antsy, maybe they haven't been to a performance before and they're not really focused, you kind of bring your storytelling narrative uh, that you share to deal with that particular issue. You try to make sure that when the kids leave that cafeteria or that auditorium, they are more focused and better prepared for learning than they were when they walked in. Or if you're in a group of people who, a general population, and you find out that, man, I don't think these people are very comfortable with each other, that personal differences are keeping them from enjoying life to its fullest. So we'll tell a story or we will create a musical occasion that brings them together as a group across all cultural boundaries. It's what music and culture is meant to do. So
What opportunities are there for our viewers to get involved or experience Orisirisi performances firsthand?
We do take a lot of drums to other places that we go to. Then sometimes I costume the children, and the teacher will say, what about me? Don't leave me out. And I bring costume for the teachers as well. So that they will be like African village.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Just speaking of the residencies that we do
Yeah.
in schools,
Yeah.
we have a 501c3 that we just started not quite long ago that's been embraced by United Arts of Central Florida. So we get funding to present programs that may be long-term residencies in schools in Osceola, Orange, Lake, Seminole, all over. So, there are numerous kinds of things. We've just finished a tour in the libraries in Orange County, and we've been doing that for many years. We'll probably have another tour later this year. You can find us almost anywhere. There's some festivals coming up that we're already slated to be a part of. Just look for Orisirisi African Folklore. We're out there. We try to be proactive in social media so that folks can understand who we are and what we do and where we might be in time.
If you could give one piece of advice to aspiring storytellers, what would it be?
Be yourself. Make sure it comes from the authentic place. Whatever you're sharing, and let people understand that these stories have been in this world for thousands of years before science. So they need to be happy. Let them see the love of what you are doing, because they can see it through you that you love what you are doing, you know, and you are enjoying it,
Yes.
and they feel it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the advice I would give to any storyteller who is coming up there. You know, be happy. People will see that happiness. Be joyful. You know, yeah.
The urgency of now would be something I would try to impress upon the storytellers coming up, and to let them to understand that they are capable of making this society that we all live in a better place with their choice of stories or the way they create a story. Just try to do something that will help people become the best of humankind. That's what I would suggest.
If you're enjoying this show, please subscribe to our channel and follow our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts.